Brother.
I'm in bits, Michael. I'm also sad.
You've been hated. You've been hated.
I've got an eye of colour.
Someone hated you.
I'm so sore.
Lad.
So I played rugby at the weekend. I know.
Who did this to you? No one puts my Vito in the corner.
Oh my God. There was one point I think I came like probably closer than I ever have done to just breaking my neck.
Yeah.
And it was obviously the first game that Jamali had come along to watch. And I, like, in the first 10 minutes, tried to hold up a try and just end up upside down with my head stuck in the ground and like my whole body goes that way. And I heard about 9 clicks the whole way up my back. And
Jesus.
I was just like, oh, yeah, I was holding onto the ball so they hadn't scored. And then when I heard my neck click so many times, I was like, I'm letting go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, he's scoring now because I don't want to be in a wheelchair forever. It was just this really tangible moment of being upside down.
Imagine how people you be. I am Vito. Like if you're in the little Hawkins chair,
that would be
fuck me. Although that would be you reaching your kind of final form. Like in Pokemon terms, would you be? Imagine what you'd achieve
attached to a computer.
Oh my God. What you would achieve would be unbelievable.
All the awards I'd win, the TV shows I would get on.
We'd be in Mars within 2 months.
All of a sudden, people would view our horrible, horrible jokes as like transgressive and like brave. I'd be brave.
You'd be very brave,
for the
brother.
Nasty jokes.
Yeah. And don't forget, I was briefly alive for the Troubles as well. So there is a lot of things holding me back. That would be sick.
It's all going on, actually. It's
brother.
all happening.
So let's go back here now and let me kind of get back onto what's happening. You're playing a rugby match on Saturday.
On Saturday,
right.
Yeah.
You're fired up, looking forward to a game. In good spirits, limber. Feeling strong?
I'm feeling good. I trained on Thursday. You know, I'm excited. It's my last game before going away to Australia, and I was like, okay, great, let's make the most of it. I'm starting scrum half.
Yes.
Good bit of fun.
Did you feel the players with you were like, these are my brothers? Was there camaraderie there?
There is a camaraderie amongst the boys, amongst the lots of black
we're
guys
pals,
and a couple
we're buddies.
Turkish
I
fellas.
love you, you love me, kind of thing.
It was unbelievable. So when they sent in this was somebody else was sending in the team sheet into the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
And they listed they put all the flags of where everybody was from.
Yeah.
On next to the team sheet, and I was like, "Fuck, this is a mad diverse."
Right.
Like it's Jamaica, Bulgaria, Nigeria, Ireland, Italy, fucking
a melting pot, brother.
Like Bangladesh. Like it's just fucking crazy the whole way down.
Bangladeshi, surely he's on the wing.
He's not in the scrum.
He's not in the scrum, brother. Keep him on the wing, twinkle toes. Do a little bit of fucking shucking and jiving on the wing, brother. So you come in, a team of misfits, ne'er-do-wells, come together, a bond, a brotherhood, and you were playing, where exactly did you say?
Scrum half.
Sick! So decent. Well, you can only play there now because of your weight loss.
Because of my tragic weight loss.
You have shrunk yourself into Peter Stringer. You really have. You have fucking eating disordered your way to be.
Yeah. I've always ambushed myself to a scrum half. Yeah.
Right, so you're scrum half and you're there. Are you playing well at this point?
I'm playing all right. Early on, I miss a tackle on their out half, and I'm a bit like, fucking.
Right.
But I make up for it. They make a break off the back of me missing that tackle, but then I turn it over on our line. So I didn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I made up for it, basically, which is good. You know, you want to get an early one of like, okay, I fucked up, but I'm back in the game.
I'm back in the game.
Heads in.
Okay.
We're okay.
So Vito's there, doing well also. I was going to say, I did think when I knew you were playing a rugby game last weekend, I was like, I do wonder with the weight loss, I was like, is this dangerous? Is this dangerous for you now to play sports? Because I thought to myself, he's going to get hurt.
But the thing is, I'm stronger.
He's going to hurt himself.
The thing is, I'm lighter, but I'm stronger.
I think this is Southall propaganda, because that is not how strength works. You have less weight. You have less ability to absorb.
I have less ballast.
Huh?
Perhaps less ballast.
less fucking joy, less, you know what I mean? Less cushion for the pushing, less mass. Well, because weight is important in this shit, right?
Yeah, but I can run for longer, I can run faster, and I am strong. I've lost fat, and I've been going to the gym, and I've been lifting heavier weights now than I was 3 months ago.
I think you right now sound and seem delusional. You look delusional. No one could look to you now and say that's a stronger man.
Almost certainly concussed the number of absolute clobberings I took to the head on Saturday.
God, Southall has crippled you. Like, he's made you. It is crazy. But you were brave.
I was putting myself around there.
This noggin, I tell you, that hasn't shrunk. That's a fact.
I mean, if anything, it's swollen up. Look at the state of my fucking eye. I'm loving having a black eye, though.
Lads, so
you feel very cool having like just a bit of because it's not a big swollen one where it's like, you know, it would really annoy you.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I'm a bit rough.
Like, at the very least, so it's probably you were playing sport, but at the very least, you were given some little fucking scrope at guff on a night out.
Yeah.
Some little cunt, and you were like, fuck you, brother.
Very me. I'm a real mouth on a night out sometimes.
Fucking yap.
I just get a bit fucking...
I love a bit of that.
Well, because the thing is, like, we are... Like, this is what we do. You know what I mean? We talk shite and we can have a little quick comeback to things and all that. And even if somebody is clearly has violent intentions, it's very hard not to, if they say something that kind of tease you up.
Right.
It's hard not to be like, but here's the retort that's just going to fuck your day up.
I know. Now, you're good at that. You're a good reactor. They'd say something mean to me and I would just feel that has hurt my feelings tremendously. And I will now refuse my friendship to you. How about that? We shall not be buddies.
You're out of my Bebo top 5.
That's
what
right.
What about that?
You little fucking scrunter, you. Now,
but I am in bits, like headaches since then. My whole body is basically one big bruise.
Right.
Some nasty business from the other team. And some refereeing that I thought we really lost the ref kind of halfway through the second half, and I was.
Where did he go? Did he wander off somewhere? Did you find him maybe like in Tesco in the fish aisle or something? Just
we found him behind the deli counter in Asda.
No, but so the ref decided he was against you. Do you think that was a racist thing because of how many minorities he had? Did it feel like that to you?
It's so funny how often it comes up in the games where you're just like, I don't think you would be saying that if we were all white boys from West London. Like, I just think this would be a different conversation.
The little jinky Bangladeshi guy, he's not getting the rub of the green off the ref. He's not getting any decisions his way.
No, it's more the big Jamaicans and Nigerians towards the front.
I bet he's like trying to hold it, afraid they'll steal his whistle.
The ref?
Yeah.
This is what he believes.
Racism.
Well, there was one we celebrated, like getting a turnover, and again the other team was like, "It's embarrassing. It's not what rugby's about." And I was like,
"What's not what rugby's about?
Celebrating?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck's your fucking problem?"
What?
And he's like, "It's embarrassing." And then one of their players had to get taken off because he got knocked in the head.
I hope you gave him a bit of guff for that. I hope you were like, it's embarrassing. You're embarrassing.
Oh, no, this
big,
is my flip.
fat, proddy
this
cunt.
Is my flip. He was very fat.
Yeah. It's a very fat thing to say. It's embarrassing.
It's not what rugby's about, man.
You're embarrassing, mate. Ozempic is out, and look at you. There's a drug to fix
a solution.
You fucking...
They fixed what you've got.
You pie-eating pig. You fucking steak and kidney pie-eating fucking...
It's like when somebody's like, "Oh, I've got a headache," and I'm like, "Take a fucking painkiller."
Right.
We fixed this.
Yeah.
You don't have to live like this anymore. It's 16 pence from Tesco, for the love of God.
Help yourself,
Get
brother.
involved.
Yeah.
But one of their players got a knock on the head, and our captain very kind of like righteously was like, "Oh, let's clap him off," like the opposition player.
Could that come across as sarcastic?
No, it was just very sincere, like
deep
sportsmanship. Like, "Come on, let's clap him off."
The immigrants showing the English how it's done.
And then big fat guy,
big fat slob, ignorant pig,
wasn't clapping.
Deserves to die, pig.
Wasn't clapping, and I straight away was like, "Oh mate, why are you not clapping your mate off? That's embarrassing. That's not what the game's about."
Yeah.
I quoted all of his lines right back.
Embarrassing? Did you say embarrassing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's embarrassing. The whole scrum laughed. There's nothing better than a whole scrum laugh.
You get the scrum giggling. You get a chuckle out of scrum. You know you're killing.
Vibrating.
Killing with the scrum. The standing ovation from the scrum.
Very good fun. Very good fun. I did a very Peter Stringer thing at one point, which was, I think you mentioned Peter Stringer's favourite thing to do.
Fucking. Ankle tap, brother. Did you execute an ankle tap?
Yeah, and he went off injured.
No way. You sent a guy to the fucking hospital with an ankle tap. That's unbelievable. Stretchered off, little neck brace.
It was just that moment of like, oh, I'm not quite going to catch this guy. Big dive, whack, and he went flying. He went
brother, there's no better feeling on planet Earth than sending a cunt into the bleachers. Just fucking
such a gentle,
Superman in a cunt.
A little like,
yeah.
Just, you might as well have tied his laces together. Yeah. Like, he is fucked. And
fucking your man in the air, Top Gun spastic, just fucking, you know, just flying straight through.
Oh, I can't remember the Top Gun theme. I'm concussed. I would have sung it there. That would have been funny.
Don't think, just do. So I was actually quoting Top Gun to people at the stag, but okay, so back to the game, right? This guy, you've an ankle tap's gone in. Is this after you've got broken up?
What do you
like,
mean?
Are you ankle tapping with a black eye, or did you?
I have no idea when I got a black eye.
Right.
In the game, like, I just have. It was.
You were two in the moment.
It was at some point. I was getting whacked around the head a lot.
Yeah.
The other team were like quite dirty, and the ref was not protecting me.
Yeah.
Enough at all.
You were left. I mean? You were left vulnerable.
I was left
beautiful,
very
vulnerable boy.
vulnerable, and currently at the Six Nations level, there's a lot of protection for scrum halves, like new laws that have come in this year. Basically, you're not allowed to touch the scrum half anywhere. But that hasn't come into the level that I play at yet, because they start it at the top and then bring it in like that. So I'm very excited for next season, when I'll be wrapped in cotton wool and nobody's allowed to touch me.
That would be sick, lad.
You're not allowed to touch me, actually.
Yeah, actually, that's not allowed. Actually, you broke the rules there. Sorry. Ref.
No, you have to call him sir in rugby.
Sir. He hated me, and he wasn't allowed to hurt me. Oh. But I think what might have happened, lad, was they saw you there looking like, you know, a young, beautiful baboon. Baboon-esque, as you've been called. People have likened you to our beautiful,
Benson
glorious
Boone?
baboon. Yes, one of the foremost musicians of our time. The beautiful, elegant baboon.
Somebody goes to tackle me, and I turn to the ref like, please.
These beautiful yeah. But I think they might have seen you, and you know, you've got these fat swamp monsters you're playing, these fucking hairy troll men who have never been hugged, kissed, or looked at with a flicker of lust, and they're seeing a slim now, well, borderline gaunt, but quite emaciated but attractive looking little mullet, your mustache. Some of them probably know you from the internet, and they're looking at you and they're just thinking, fuck this guy.
And girlfriend and two cousins on the sideline.
You came fucking.
I came loaded with a crowd.
Cousins.
Yeah, I was a bringer,
you
mate.
came packing a cousin.
And Jamal, he stood at the side of the pitch. Go Vito!
Oh God! She might as well have put a fucking red X on your forehead. Beat up this cunt, Jamal. You can't do that.
There was one point where a kick went out just above her head, and she fucking ran away, cowering. She was so scared of the ball.
Of the ball?
Yeah, it was so funny. Just, oh no.
Jesus Christ. Because you can't have her identifying herself on the pitch, because then if things did turn like quite like fucking, you know, Clockwork Orange or End of Civilization, you know, they'll know she's your. So if they want to get to you, they'll hurt her.
Yeah,
she can't
she's
identify.
MJ.
That's right, she's MJ. You can't do that. You got to tell her from now on, keep a low profile, maybe a little mustache. A little kind of a.
She has a mustache as well.
Well, no, for her to wear a little disguise.
Yeah.
And like be like kind of like maybe some sort of a rocker kind of like, oh, come on, brother, harder, brother. Like get her to play a full character on the side of the pitch.
Dressed up as Fran Lebowitz.
Yeah,
big trench coat, looking grumpy.
Who's this old Jewish woman?
Smoking.
Yeah, get her to be smoking fags. That'd be fun. But no, I think these guys might have seen you. These trollish English. Craven Goyle-esque fucking loveless cunts, for want of a better word, and they would have seen you. I don't think
there is a better word, actually.
No, there's no better word for these types. And I'd say they saw you, and it's like a scene in Fight Club where Edward Norton's character just beats Jared Leto to a pulp, his like in his face, and it's very gratuitous violence and not warranted. And then he's just like, I just wanted to destroy something beautiful, and he just bet and just like destroyed your man's face. And I think these guys want to destroy our beautiful little Vito.
Beautiful beep bop boop.
Our beautiful beep bop boop. Beep bop boop. Like just you malfunctioning on the pitch. That's quite sad. How did you feel after? Were you rattled?
I felt decent. I got dick of the day. So there's the man of the match and dick of the Nope. Man of the match and
because you got some brothers on the team. And I was thinking, there's no way
I'm not in the running for that one.
Right.
Man of the match, obviously best player on the team, and then like dick of the day, person who did the stupidest thing on the pitch. Now I will say I was fucked over by a Bangladeshi in the running for dick of the day.
Oh,
because we both made the same error, but I would argue
twinkle toe Bangladeshi.
If you've seen me make a dick out of myself, you should learn from my mistakes and don't do the same.
Do as I say, not as I do, brother.
Exactly. But also just like, I did something silly. You can't be doing the exact same thing in the second half when I did in the first half.
That's right.
Very silly thing that I did. On the pitch, it also, it's a multi-sport facility in West London.
Nice.
So on the pitch, there are football pitch markings as well as the rugby pitch markings. And then like
badminton court as well.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, the basketball court. There's also a badminton court. There's also netball. There's also this. And just like, it's chaos. It looks like a Jackson Pollock of fucking sport boundaries. Absolutely.
But all those lines must be pleasing to you in some way, geometrically. Like, beep, boop, boop, boop.
I didn't have time to figure them all out.
Ah, fuck. Shit. That's nasty.
So, on the 5 meter line, so 5 meters away from the try line.
Yeah.
That goes across, and they basically paint over whatever one isn't being used in blue. So there's like a blue football pitch within, and the end of the football pitch lines up with the rugby 5 meter line. So it's this kind of blue line. Heat of the moment, there's a tackle just before this blue line, and I just pick the ball up and dive and touch it down. Tell you what that isn't.
A touchdown.
The try line. Absolute nightmare.
Just all the clown music comes on. And did you happen to? It would have. Did you? Yeah, didn't like try down.
If I wheel away,
and then do the big ball toss in the air.
I didn't do it. I just dove and then went, oh fuck, and I had to try and and then we lost the ball.
Fuck.
Nightmare.
And you won dick of the day.
But then Bangladeshi guy does it in the second half,
right?
But he leaves before the awards.
Sure he is.
So I have to down a pint in front of my peers in a race against enormous men.
And the twinkle toe Bangladeshi off like a fucking fox on the snow.
Yeah,
leaving no footprints
elsewhere
because he knew he was in line to be dick of the day,
and he
didn't have the stones thrown up to it.
I was delighted when he did it in the second half.
Typical Bangladesh. Country I know nothing about. Typical of their people to not accept dick of the day award.
I think they like fish.
Huh?
Bangladesh likes fish, I think.
Do they?
That's my understanding of.
Right. I tell you, like fish. Old Roman generals, they used to have like little seawater ponds in their houses of all tropical fish. It was the big extravagance of the day. It was the big flex of the day.
A good old fish tank.
A big fish tank. And then it was first used because they'd have these fish that they were going to then eat the fish, these tropical fish, and it'd be great. But then they started to grow in love with the fish, and they loved their fish too much and they wouldn't eat them. So it was first just to have these like people over and then cook them, and then they started to be mesmerized by the fish and see the fish as like their friends and brothers.
See if you didn't have TV.
Yeah.
I'd be so mesmerized by a fish.
I think that would be what we'd be mostly doing is on our way to or on the way back from looking at fish.
Yeah.
Seeing what they're up to.
Yeah, if you're not just like a hard labour person, which is then you spend your whole time doing hard labour.
They're fucking mad when you see me say that day Mother Nature was fucking like just creatively
on acid or something.
Yeah, Mother Nature was just fucking fucking fins this size, blue head, orange eyes, fucking fat cunt, big fucking bulging eyes. Send it out.
But I don't know if
this one skinny little devil looks like a horsefish. Fuck him out there.
Seahorse is crazy, and they're all trans. They're all trans. Seahorses.
Are they all trans?
The males give birth. And I think they can do the switcheroo. Maybe there's certainly a type of fish that can, like, if there aren't enough fellas, it just switches.
Fucking so decent.
It's so cool.
Man, the fish are like, that's where the real movie is going on. That's where the real life news. We have news. Well, what's going on in fucking Ukraine? What's going on in the ocean, brother? Let me tell you, that's where most
stuff.
of the action is.
That's where all of the action
most
is.
Most of the fun is happening. Right, so then let's just go back. You get dick of the day. Are you humiliated? Is that a humiliation ritual?
Oh, well, I was just like, listen, I wasn't the only one that had to do that, but man of the match and dick of the day from each team. Get up and then it's a race to down a pint. I came second in the pint downing competition.
Brother.
I'm one of the guys, and I want to just learn how to do this.
I would have won that. I'll just say that.
I don't know if you're that good of a pint. Can you do the like...
Oh, yeah.
No, because he does the whole like open the gullet and you're just pouring the pint down your throat.
Yeah, I'd be at that.
You can do that?
Yeah. King Chug Mike, I don't know if you remember that, episode 4.
Yeah, but I don't
classic
episode 4.
Episode 4, classic
crazy that we're on episode 100 and whatever the fuck we're on. What a life.
It's a classic ep. King Chug Mike, yeah.
Because I
was our gladiator.
I want to learn how to do that fucking in the pelican. It feels like very pelican-esque.
I mean, it feels like at your age now, it's quite a silly thing to try to get into learning. I mean, it is a kind of a juvenile peacocking.
But just that kind of like
thing
where
to do.
I'm there going glug, 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 and they're going, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do the full open. I can do the glugging so quick, and then I can go.
Yes, because I think that's one thing. But then these people who are just like, as fast as you can pour a pint onto the floor.
That's right.
They can pour it down their head.
Down their fucking head. Yeah, it's never a great sign for what the future of their life will be, I always find. But
no, he was very tall. Yeah. And almost certainly, you can always tell in our league when somebody has like roped in players from maybe like say it's their like third team at their club or whatever, or like another local team or whatever, and they're full back in the game. You were just like, you don't play in this league normally. Right. You've been brought in to bolster the troops here. You're kicking the ball far too far.
Yeah, fuck off.
I was like,
this is bullshit.
This is nasty business.
In Kilkenny, we used to have a fella called Joe Manuel on our like rugby team, who's a New Zealand guy who had just moved over to Kilkenny, I think in his teens for whatever reason, and he's actually married to one of my friend's sisters, and he was just such a fucking tank and unit and just so above the standard he was playing.
They have it as a subject in school in New Zealand. Like, it's crazy. They just know about it.
But he was like, he was so fucking decent. But he didn't want to play professionally, Anthony. He just, like, he had a job and he was just playing with the rugby team. But he'd be absolutely fucking, like, putting lads in comas. Like, one time he broke a lad's neck because, and him with the ball broke the neck. Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like, because he was running like straight through. My friend Sam was just actually telling me this one. He was running straight through, like for a try, and a guy just was standing there and just like stood in his way like this, and just kind of like. And then just like, instead of sidestepping him, which really would have been the merciful thing to do, he just went straight through him.
Chest.
Yeah. And like broke your man's neck. But your man didn't get paralysed, rat, and he didn't go beep, boop, boop, boop. The universe is expanding. I think he got
bit of recovery
back and he's all right again.
Yeah, that's good.
But lad, I had a fantastic experience of sporting triumphalism on Saturday. So we were doing the stag and we're playing a game of football.
Whose stag is this? What's
my
the
friend?
connection?
My friend Jackie Burgers. He's actually presents
Jackie Burgers.
Yeah, he's a presenter in RTE TV. RTE. Jackie Burgers. Yeah. His name is not actually Burgers, but he was called Burgers at one point. I believe it was someone just slagging him for being
fat.
Yeah, and he wasn't even that fat, but someone was just like, burgers, and then we were all like, yeah, burgers. And
I love that.
Was it.
I love that.
And he just had to come to accept it. We all, like, my group of friends, the names are so stupid. I mean, my name is Beats among these people.
Have I heard this before?
Beats, yeah, because Tricky Beats, it was my rap name in Boston in 2011.
Good God. Boston?
Yeah, we had a rap group and we used to rap on the roof of our apartment building that we all lived in. There was 13 guys that lived in one apartment, and we'd go up to the roof. We couldn't get into any bars because we had no fake ID, so we'd go up to the top of the roof and rap.
2011 was a very different time.
It was a very different time. And I would sincerely be, like, during the day thinking of my raps that I was going to do on the roof later that day. And I was like, oh, that's a really good rhyming structure. The guys will like that.
Yeah. It's,
That will go
it's
down.
multi-syllabic. The boys love
That-
multi-syllabic.
There's actually a couple of meanings to that if you really think about it, and I think a lot of the lads, the smarter ones, will pick that up. So Tricky beats my rap name. So
Can you remember any of the raps that you did?
Huh?
Can you remember any of the raps that you did?
I just know one because we were in Boston, so we're the East Coast. I remember one like bar of one of them was just like, is like, yeah, it's like, we're from the East Coast. I'll burn you so bad, you'll be like a bad piece of toast. I remember that was, and I felt that was really strong at the time. I felt that
stuck
was,
with you.
that stuck with me because I thought, that's actually really good. Like, I think that would make it into a Kendrick song. I think that would. Like,
yeah.
I think I'll start writing for some of these rappers.
Yeah.
You know, my toast line. I couldn't believe I'd rhymed coast with toast.
I
was
think
like pretty happy with that.
Like, I think most white men at some point in their life have gone, I could write a rap.
Yeah.
You know, and at least like tried to write something and gone, oh, maybe not.
Right.
You know?
100%. Yeah.
There's
Well,
a
it's
real temptation there, isn't there?
There's a real temptation. It's a real fucking, you know, the snake in the Garden of Eden. The apple is white meant to rap. That's like, don't eat the apple, brother. You'll be fucking mortal forever. So anyway, so we're playing a game of football. Jackie Burger's his stag. Jack's legend.
I really like that,
Right.
a game of football on a stag do.
Unbelievable, Jeff. The thing is, it was a big ass pitch. It was like 10 on 10, big fucking pitch.
I don't like that.
No,
Because anytime you're approaching 11 aside in football, it becomes very boring.
right.
Because
No,
you're kind of just there. Like if
Yeah.
you're at left back, you're like,
that's right.
I sort of just have to stand here for most of it.
I will say the game did have an intensity to it. It was still fun and entertaining, but by God, you were fucking bollocksed.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like this small GAA pitch that we were playing on.
Right.
So it was like, it was bigger really, I think, than a football pitch. I said that to someone on SAG. They were like, no, it wasn't. And I was like, well, I think it was, but we won't, fight over it. We're getting drunk. But I do maintain it was, and I'm saying that here now.
I've
for
got
the
your
record.
back on that.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't there, but I believe in you.
Brother. So we're playing this match anyway. Now, one of the teams, they divide the teams, very unfairly divide the teams. Now, this shouldn't matter, we're just playing for a SAG, but to me it does matter because I really want to win.
Did they do team pickers?
No, we had 4 teams made out, 4 teams of 5, right? And then one of the guys who's organising the stag just said, all right, these two, we're just doing 2 teams now, so these 2 teams go together and these 2 teams. One of the players is a professional footballer, currently playing professionally, and one of the other players used to play professionally.
So they can't be in the same team.
Yeah, but he put on the same team because one of the guys who was used to be professional, he was picking team and he put himself with the fucking other professional player because he just wants to have fun and have someone that can pass him the ball.
Pathetic.
And I was like, this is fucking BS, brother. But then, like, also that gives you a little David versus Goliath victory would be all the sweeter if we could pull it off
the
against
odds
these
are stacked
skunks
against us.
Yeah, and so anyway, we're playing the game. Now, on the other team, there's a guy called Big Baby Monts. Baby Monts
Is he
O'Brien.
the Big Baby Davis?
He could be. I've never looked it up. But Big Baby Monts is, I suppose, what would you call him? Kind of a tall, big, larger than life personality in our group. A real troll. A real fucking get in under everyone's skin.
Right.
He comes from a housing estate in Kilkenny, quite aspirationally middle class housing estate called Springmount. They would have been the kind of people who like to play rugby. If they could have went to private school, they would have.
Lower middle class with hopes of upper middle class. Them
regular middle class. Yeah, but with eyes on, ascending into the upper echelons.
Upper middle class.
Yes,
yeah.
a feeling of we're on this way up and we're not looking down while we're moving.
Yeah.
They would have played rugby, other sort of proddy stuff, which in Kilkenny is quite proddy. I'm not saying where you're from it is. But anyway.
It is.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, but he's a real troll. Very close friend of mine, one of my best friends, but
He's a real troll.
he's a real troll. And so he's just like throughout the game is just trying to get in your head, really trying to piss you off. Like we did a stag in Barcelona in October and like we were playing like beach volleyball and he'd like just be shouting at you, and if you missed something he'd be like, yeah, fucking, he'd be just really trying to make you angry, So anyway, he's on the other team, and we're playing away. And actually, we win in the first half. We're up 4-2. We're fucking buzzing. We're like fucking sick. Some good goals going in. Some nice challenges. But Big Baby Monts, you know, he's been putting a few very light challenges on me. Very dirty challenges. Like really, like just cynical, just kind of kicking the legs off me. And then after one of them, he goes, "You getting mad, are you?" Like that. and in my head at this point, right, I'm like, because I know what he wants. He wants me to react. He wants me to start getting ticked.
You got to rise above.
Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, this is what I think. I go, right, say nothing now. Do nothing. Just play away. And if a 50-50 ball comes...
It's not going to be 50-50 for long.
By God, brother, you're going to pay a fucking high price, you know? So anyway, the second half comes of the game. And anyway, the game's going on. They start to win in the second half. The professional guy starts being like, "Yeah, do you know, actually, I don't want to lose."
I hate that. See, if you're playing in like a fun, social game of football and you're clearly better than everybody there, like, just, we know you can dribble past everybody and score. Yeah. Don't.
No, but he
just
didn't.
Fucking don't.
He went from 25% to 50%. You know what I mean? He did not do.
He switched it on a little bit.
Just
but
a tiny bit. He did not. He was not doing his best.
I've played with lads who like played in academies and all, and then they just like, and it's like, yeah, but what even are you getting from this, dribbling past all of us and scoring? It's just like,
but you must know, like, if I was them,
once. To prove a point, you do it once, and then it's like, okay, yeah,
just like, guess what? Pele's here, and I'd just be fucking rocking the cunts. Unlucky, 12-0. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have brought a shark to dinner if you didn't want all the guests to be eaten, brother. Sorry, that'd be me. Just competitive. I just want to really win. But so anyway, I'm out there doing my best. But so anyway, this big Baby Monts, the Prince of Springmount, right? And then you've got old Mike Rice, the wild bull of Greenridge.
Trying to keep it together.
That's
and there's
right.
a 50-50 in the second half?
Rural versus urban. Agriculture versus the bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Marxian.
Right? That's right. Anyway, like Roy Keane versus
Haaland.
Ooh. I wait like a predator in the long grass for my prey.
Got those videos of Roy Keane doing the rehab from that knee injury.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Who, Haaland or Roy's his own initial one?
Because that's why.
Yeah.
It's because Haaland shouted at him when Roy Keane had that knee injury.
Yes.
They put him out for months.
I remember,
and you can see him doing the rehab on the machine.
Yeah, in his head. Kill Haaland. Kill Haaland. I must find and kill Haaland. So anyway, a man driven by pure spite. I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, like a puma in the long reeds of the Serengeti, I wait for my prey. I stalk my prey. And at one point anyway, 50-50 ball breaks loose right down the line. Big Baby Monts here, Mike here. Action. Go time. Both of us sprinting towards it. He looks at me, I look at him. He knows what's coming now.
He knows the bed he's made for himself.
Now he's a big, strong man. He was always a rugby player, always probably the biggest and strongest in our group. But he didn't have what I had, which was which was an AK-47 rifle, and I blew his fucking head off. But no, so Big Baby Monts me running for the same ball. We're coming down, and he knows, he's after coming in late on me a few times. He knows I've got hate in my heart. He knows I've got...
he's been trying to make you mad.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be careful what you wish for.
Mission accomplished, brother.
Be careful what you wish for.
Absolutely.
Big baby.
Fucking big baby. So anyway, the dastardly Big Baby Mont, the Prince of Springmount, and the wild bull of Greenridge are on a collision course. And I could just see as we're about to hit, he didn't have the metal in him. He wasn't... for a second, he got scared. I was the aggressor. He was the aggressed. And
he's been too comfortable for his whole life.
That's right. And by God, I sent him fucking flying. Square on the shoulders. Once again, Top Gun spastic.
Clean. I love clean.
Clean.
You love a clean shoulder to shoulder.
Clean shoulder. The Monts, like the city of Jericho, crumbles to the ground. Straight to the floor.
Love it.
And he just went, like, he actually literally was in the air. There was a split second Monts was in the air. And everything he had built over the first 35 years of his life came tumbling down. The illusion of big baby months.
Back to square one.
That's right.
Snakes and ladders.
The illusion, the aura, everything around him just all slowly faded away in a mist of failure and humiliation. Hit the deck. Rice got the ball, drove it up the other end. Mons very quickly got up and stood up for a while, and then kind of came, and then he had to lie back down on the ground.
Got up and then went back down again.
Went back down. Sweet victory.
Oh, that's worse than staying down in the first place.
It's worse than staying down.
Because you overestimated yourself as well.
He got back up and said, by God, standing up is no place for me anymore. Back down to the floor.
Belong in the dirt.
That's right. The disgraced Prince of Springmount. And I went over just to fucking rub salt in the wounds.
Did you help him up?
I did.
Nothing better.
Nothing better.
Nothing better. Did you absolutely brutalize someone and then act sportsmanlike about it?
100%.
Sorry about that, man.
Sorry about that, man. Yeah. Sorry about that thing. I couldn't have done more on purpose. You have no idea. That went as well as it could have ever went for me. It was genuinely one of the happiest moments of my life.
Yeah.
Flattening Mons. You don't understand. There's literally 30 years of trolling behind this moment.
Just a wind-up merchant.
Oh, he's the biggest one. He
is,
and
just desserts.
And he is hilarious, but like he will drive you fucking mental. Purposely drive you mental, but he got absolutely royally sat down in front of it, and everyone was just fucking, even his own teammates were delighted to see him get put on the floor. And honestly,
at long last.
And honestly, like later that night when we were all drinking, he went back and he was up half the night getting sick and stuff. And I don't even think it was the drink. I just think it was the
shame.
The sheer shame and humiliation brought upon him by the House of Greenridge. This is Greenridge! Just boom! Absolutely sat the cunt down. And I genuinely think he'll have emotional problems for the rest of his life because of it.
As he should.
He'll be impotent. He won't be able to hold down relationships or jobs. Little flashbacks of the humiliation. No, don't. You know?
This is what you want. Because scars heal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Broken bones heal.
That's right.
Emotional damage.
That's forever, brother.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. That's forever, brother. So, yeah, I made a fucking month. Great sport. We lost the game. Didn't matter. They had two professional players. Who gives a fuck?
It's the moral victory.
Yeah. The big baby Mons was brought to his knees by the Wild Bull of Greenridge, and no greater event sporting moment will happen in the world this year than the Prince of Springmount being brought to his knees by the Wild Bull of Greenridge. So that was one massive great moment for me. I honestly feel like that moment, I think I was depressed for a couple of weeks. I think that's cured my depression. Genuinely.
That's what sport's about.
Right.
Sport's about curing your depression
100%.
by passing it on to someone else.
Oh, he's suicidal right now, brother. That much I can fucking guarantee you. And so then the next day, right? Everyone's out fucking, boozy Susie, and doing the fucking dog on it ever. Now I do have a few tactical pints of water. Cowardly, some might say. Thrifty, others might say.
I think at your age. You gotta be getting the pints of water in.
You gotta be, brother. I'm telling you. So I do get fucking hammered. Myself and Chris Fitzpatrick, the Schnitzel, Boots. There's a lot of names for this man. One of the greatest pub sportsmen in the history.
A great dartsman, a great pool player.
A
great table football boy.
Yeah, cards. Win. Unbelievably shrewd pub operator.
Yeah.
All I do is win, no matter what. That's him in the fucking
in the pub,
in the old Forge in Tremor on Saturday.
Yeah.
Me and him get paired together in pool. 8-0, undefeated. 8 challengers, 8 people fell.
That's good.
I hit 4 winners.
Doubles pool can be frustrating.
That's right, because you can.
And also, even if you're the one who's fucking it up, you're like, fuck's.
That's bad.
And then you feel like they're getting the easier shots. That's
right.
You're always having to play safeties or some shit. Like it's just, it's a tricky mistress doubles pool. But when the both of you are on form,
lad,
tell you what,
unbelievable. And like that's it. If you're stuck with an old fucking sack of turnips with you, it can be a long night.
Do you know what that classic is? Double date. And the girlfriends are like, oh, let's play pool, like we can do teams.
Yeah.
And then
fuck off!
Anytime one of them is hitting a shot, just both the lads like,
yeah, Right.
And they're like hitting it twice and all. No, let me put it back. You can't just put it back.
That's right.
Yeah,
you don't understand. There's rules to this. People have died for less than what you did. People have been killed, have been bet to a bloody pulp.
Keep your chin down. For the love of fuck, keep your chin down.
What the fuck are you doing? You're humiliating me.
You're standing up before you've even hit the white ball.
You want my children? You think you're going to get them with that? No. Right.
What colour are we? Oh, Jesus.
I'll tell you what colour you will be. Black and blue. If you keep that up, for fuck's sake. But I shouldn't have said that. But bit of fun.
There's a lady on our Patreon at the minute who's doing the most sincere and like worrisome comments.
What's that?
On everything, where it's really weird. She kind of comments a bunch of like real concerns about the stuff we talk about and how we talk about it, and how she doesn't think we're in the right to say a lot of the things
Get
that
off
we say.
the Patreon!
No, but then at the end she goes, but you seem like nice boys and I'm really enjoying the podcast.
Right.
Like it's kind of this bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just overly thoughtful.
She's trying to fuck
it's like,
with us.
Stop thinking about this.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah.
Listen to it and then move on with your life.
You're in or you're out. We're not getting better. Enjoy it or don't.
Stop trying to improve us, you bitch.
You fuck. If anything, it'll be more entertaining if we get worse.
Yeah.
It's better for business.
Yeah.
And business is business. Now, Vince McMahon is currently... It's what? Manscaped. God, we're on a roll.
Speaking of better for business.
Business is business.
I'm going to get my laptop
Vince
so we can do
McMahon
it.
has called and said we have to do a Manscaped ad. What the fuck, brother?
You want to do the Manscaped ad in the voice of Vince McMahon?
Me? Okay.
Can you read?
That can be today's one. Yeah, can I read? Rather, wait till you see this.
Here we go.
Right. Listen up, guys. It's spring break season, and whether you're hitting the beach, road tripping with your crew, or hopping on a flight to paradise, you need to keep your grooming game tight.
Grooming? Sorry, I'm playing your role in this.
Yeah.
Like pedos?
That's exactly right. But they're good for business. That's where the Handyman, Rocket Man, special edition from Manscaped comes in. Com spelled C-U-M.
I'm so nervous about you having, being in charge of the ad read.
This sleek, portable face shaver is built for the on-the-go freshness, making it the perfect travel companion for all your spring break adventures. No more sung up to the pool parties or late-night beach bonfires with scruff. You don't want the Handyman has you covered. Just a quick PSA, though. There are limited quantities available for the Handyman Rocket Man, so you will need to act fast, you cunt. You can use my code for 20%.
Parenting 20 is the code.
Parenting 20. You fucking pussies. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. One of the biggest pedophile rings that's ever been assembled. Talking points. Do I need to do this?
The bit where it says do not read.
Yeah. Do I need to do this bit?
Yeah, I think just keep... I'm enjoying the McMahon.
Yeah, but you're not ruining this enough. So I'm having to ruin my own ad. Perfect for travel. Compact.
Travel to where? Islands?
Epstein's Island. Perfect for travel. Compact, cordless, and airplane friendly. It slips right into your carry-on, right up your ass. Backpack or drop kit. Waterproof and mess-free. Shave, rinse, and go. No cleanup stress, just smooth results. Smooth balls and ass. Dual blade system. Handles up to 3 days of beard growth with a foil shaver and built-in trimmer for trimming your balls and ass. Long-lasting power, up to 60 minutes of runtime, so you won't be left half-shaved before a big night out. Half-shaved, balls and ass. Skin-safe technology helps reduce nicks and cuts so your face stays smooth and irritation-free, but your balls and ass remain hairy and wild. Limited edition Rocket Man colorway. Gold and black never look so good. Don't know about black, but it won't be around forever. Get it before it's gone.
And then just do this is required.
Join over 12 million men who trust Manscaped like their own mother and upgrade to the Handyman Rocket Man. You can use my code, balls and ass, for 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com.
Parenting 20.
That's 20% off balls and ass 20. Shipping with a code at manscaped.com. Or if you need it today, you can find Manscaped at a store near you. Don't miss out. Upgrade your groom game with Manscaped today. Balls and ass.
Parenting 20 is the code. Just parenting 20. Well,
business is business. Thank you very much.
That was great for business, I think.
Nice. Business. The balls, the S. They're so good.
Can this be the new way we do Manscaped ads? Did you do them as a different character?
As a different character. What I was saying about the day 2. We had a thing, right? So we got booze up to the first day.
You arrive on the Friday?
Right. No, Saturday. And so then yesterday we were
yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday. We're recording.
So then we're down in Tremor, seaside town, great little fucking town. You've got slot machines, you've got amusements, you've got places that'll sell you booze. You've got a place called Splash World, which to me was Disneyland when I was growing up. They got slides, they got pools, they got all, brother.
Yes, they've got various water-based diseases.
Absolutely, it really is fucking gonorrhea central in these little places. They must be some of the most
Tropicana is the one in Belfast. There's a place called outside. It's not in Belfast, but it's like in Northern Ireland somewhere. It's called Tropicana. It's just the outdoor swill fest. Just you're sliding around in piss for a day.
It is. It's so pissy. It's so disease ridden. It's unfucking believable. But so the next day we go down to a place called the Gillamines in Tremor, which is basically this pier you jump off into the water. Now I can't stress to you, it was fucking freezing out. Like freezing, and this
is pissing me off. Actually, do you remember it was spring for one weekend?
Yeah,
and it was sunny, and I was happy.
I remember that.
I've been down in the dumps since then.
Seems a long time ago, brother.
No, it's a lifetime.
And now you've been beaten up, and your face, your exterior looks how your interior feels. You've been battered up, brother. Yeah. You've been fucking
battered by the wind.
Yeah, you've been wronged by the universe, and it's not nice.
Yeah.
But you will rise from the ashes like a just highly regarded
I'm going
superhero.
to Australia on Friday, so I think that might help my problems with the weather.
Lad, I started taking vitamin D, just little tablets
every day. Yeah, I take a multivitamin that includes vitamin D every day.
So my stupid fucking body thinks it's been in the sun. It's like, oh, it's sunny out.
Gotcha.
It's so sunny. It's like, no, it's not, you fucking... Sorry. Actually, cut that one, because we're trying not to say that.
Highly regarded.
Your
body is highly regarded.
My body's highly regarded. So anyway, so we go down to the Gillamines, and it's this like big, it's actually a big fucking jump into the water. The water is fucking freezing. We're all freezing, hungover as fuck.
Yes, because cold water is fine when there's a bit of warmth, a bit of sunlight, a bit of when I get out of the cold water, I'm going to warm up.
Yeah.
But when it's as cold outside the water as it is inside the water,
that's right. Now, fuck off. So I come down there. The last thing in the world I want to do is jump in this phone. Everyone's like, oh, you'll be so awake after. I'm like a fucking shred of fucking sunlight coming through.
I look like I'm in my pajamas?
Don't look asleep. A shred of sunlight coming through the window wakes me up. You think I need to jump into...
I can't get to sleep. Have you met me?
Yeah. You think I need fucking 1,000 ice fucking...
daggers?
Yeah, or what are they called? Sickles. Icicles. 1,000 icicles stabbing me?
Icicles.
To wake up? Icicles. They're sickles made of ice.
Like the hammer and sickle.
That's right, brother. Yeah. So anyway, we're coming down there, and slowly you're like taking your clothes off, and you're like down there, and there's a wind. There's a rotten gust of Irish fucking coldness spreading across the fucking cliff face that we're about to jump off, and like, Jesus Christ, I haven't even jumped in the water and I'm freezing. This is already hell on earth. But then I had in my mind the spectre of the disgraceful bungee episode in my head.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's just no way I can back out.
You saw a redemption arc?
I saw a redemption arc, and I was like...
That might be the first time someone's gone on a redemption arc that began in Zambia and ended in Kilkenny.
And ended in Tremor.
Yeah.
In Waterford. Yeah. It's a quite unique redemption arc. So I was standing...
a lot of the world.
And I was standing there, and I probably, if I look at it, I think a lot of my problems emotionally and like feeling down and different things has been an emotional hangover from the bungee. From Rice's at the bungee.
Because you don't believe in yourself anymore.
No, and what basically happened was I wasn't who I thought I was.
Yeah, you were found out by yourself.
My idea of identity of who I am was shattered that day at the bungee. You know, and
you died.
I died. It was an ego death. And I've been trying to put myself back together like Humpty Dumpty since. And no luck.
And you've no kings, horses or men helping you out?
No kings, horses or men. No Protestants helping me. And I've been just trying to do it myself, a lonely Catholic boy. And so that's haunted me. That's, I think, just, I thought I was this brave, outgoing guy. Turns out I'm not. Turns out the Rice family wasn't who I thought we were wild bulls of Greenridge, and we were made look like sickly little calves. And so I said, here's my
Unsteady
chance.
on your feet.
Now, I've already gone some way to build back the reputation of the Rice family by flattening the Prince of Springmount. Big baby Mons. I brought big baby Mons to his knees.
But that's not enough.
But that's not enough. And I said, by God, I'm going to have to make this jump into the ice cold water here. Not only for me, but for my family, for the farm, for the pride of the Rice clan.
The parish.
For the pride of the parish.
What's your parish called?
O'Loughlin Gales.
That's not a parish.
It is. Oh, John's parish. But O'Loughlin Gales is a hurling club, right? You're right. So I stood there and I looked out onto the...
Imagine your local church was just called O'Loughlin Gales.
Yeah, that would be pretty mad. That was the church. Welcome to O'Loughlin Gales for today's mass. So anyway, I stood there, I looked out onto the fucking... into the wind, into the infinity that was the Irish Sea. I knew on the other side was the dastardly English coast, but you can't see it.
You. But
I
feel
knew
like they're watching.
I knew they were watching, and they'd love nothing more than Rice to turn out to be a yellow belly again.
Yep.
So
they've heard tell from Zambia.
So I tell you one thing. I looked down, and there's like this little kind of runway to jump off the pier, and a few lads jumped in, to be fair, before, and there was a lot of lads who just fucking, who pussied out, who couldn't hack it.
Didn't even face the idea of it.
No, who bottled it. There was one lad who didn't even get out of his clothes. His name's Meaners. He's also known as Teaspoon, Birchie, the Bobbler. He has a lot of names. But he was sitting there with his little blonde curly hair in a fleece, and he was shouting, like, kind of slagging lads. And then I turned around very witty and I said, shut up, you Fleece Witherspoon. It's pretty good.
Fleece Witherspoon is a very good bit of business.
Fleece Witherspoon did great business. There was a lot of chuckles and laughs, and that again
especially
gave me...
he's already been known as Teaspoon.
That's
There's
right.
like all sorts of levels
exactly.
to that.
There's so many levels
lovely.
to it. He kind of looks like...
Go back to your Boston rap days.
That's right. And he kind of looks like Reese Witherspoon. He is kind of, you know, there's a legally blonde kind of essence about him. So anyway, so I looks out, and a few lads go before, and I just said, I didn't want to even look over the edge. I said, that's what did me at the bungee, is just going down, looking this, just fucking run at the side of that fucking ledge and fucking fly, brother.
Yeah, you can't walk to the end and look. Just keep running, brother.
And I just fucking...
Just absolutely wily coyote it.
Yeah.
Just run, and then only when you're midair you realise you're about to drop.
Yeah.
You pause in the air and go...
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
And then fall down.
Too late, brother.
Yeah.
Too fucking late. The die has been cast. So I ran at it in my head, fucking Celine Dion. Here, far, wherever you are.
Here, far, wherever you are?
What is it?
Near.
Is it near? Right. Near, far, wherever you are. Vital that you corrected me there for the thrust of the story. Vital. Anyway.
All right, if you're talking thrust of the story, you can't just start singing a song in the middle of it.
No, but this is building. You build colour, anticipation. Celine Dion singing wherever you are. Jump off the side of the thing.
Terrible choice of song. That's a song that accompanies a film of thousands of people dying in freezing cold water.
No. But there's a moment in the film where fucking DiCaprio, I'm the king of the world. They're on the side. You have to remember, I've seen the film and you haven't. Come on, brother. So I jump over, Celine Dion's in the head, and then you jump over, and that's immediately there's a big drop. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then hit the water. And
that's such a thrill, though.
Oh, yeah.
To have not investigated beforehand.
Yeah. I was like, whoa! And then you hit the water, and as I was hitting the water, just all the memories, the shackles, the spectre of the bungee, just...
you were reborn.
Reborn, and I came up out of the water like a phoenix from the ashes.
Yeah, you were being birthed.
Shout like
nothing better than screaming in freezing cold water.
Fuck, brother! I was fucking roaring like an ass. There's a
moment when you're under the water where you're like, this is fine, and then it kind of like you feel like the cold shock hit.
Yeah.
And you just like, I need to get to the top of this water literally just so I can scream right now.
And then you're like, I must get out. But as I did, I left.
Did you not wait till you relaxed? Did you not wait till you Wim Hof and leveled out?
No, it was just too cold. It was so fucking cold. So it's like, gotta get out. But then as I got out, I felt what I left in there was the shame of the bungee, the disgrace of the bungee, the disgrace of the Rice family. I left in the water in Tremor. Then I came out of the water and you're just
gay?
like... And I was gay, brother.
You were reborn as a gay man.
I found the nearest hot kiosk I could. I washed away all love of tits and vagina. So I came out and then once I was out, I came out and I went up onto the thing and then I was like, you're just feeling fucking pumped. And then there's a few people jumped again and then I just took another run and fucking jumped in again.
You did it again.
Just as a
Beautiful.
fuck you to the universe.
Yeah,
just,
fuck you, Fleece Witherspoon.
that's right. I've crippled the Princess Springmount. And I faced my fears of both cold water and heights, and you can all fuck off. There'll nothing stop Mikey Rice now.
That's good.
And that's how you see me today.
You carried that with you.
A new man.
That was just yesterday.
This was yesterday.
Wow.
I'm a new man.
Wow.
I'm newly born. Nothing will stop me. I'm just. And there's a cat. I swear to God, I have a cat. I feel more at peace than I felt.
Well, this is
in months.
This is cold water stuff. Also does this for you.
Really?
It is really good. I don't do it often enough at all, but I feel 1,000 times better every time I do the cold water
brother.
thing. I really want one of those dunk tanks. My parents have one back in Belfast. It is good. You just like, you're feeling a bit down, you just get up, walk outside, dunk yourself in freezing cold water.
Lad, it's so decent. And I will also say, I would love to have like somewhere where I could jump off into it, because I don't like the like slow descent. I like just a fucking...
It's out of your control.
You know,
because even in the dunk tank, you kind of have to like lower yourself in quite quickly. But like... Yeah, I don't want to walk into a pool. I don't want to do any of this shit. I just want to like jump and have the thrill and then...
Right.
Yeah, like the 40 foot in Dublin or something, you know, just like...
Lad, we need to do that together one day. It's just...
like that, you know what I mean?
It's so sick. You feel like a fucking... It's just... I can't explain how it literally... My whole body is less anxious. I'm just like... I'm at peace, you know? I'm like right now... And now I'm like, I need to find somewhere to jump off now.
You're settled, yeah, you're all about jumping off stuff.
I'm just jumping off stuff.
But in a life-affirming way.
Right,
Not
right.
in a suicide way.
No, not in a suicide way. More, maybe I'll get into parkour or something like that. But yeah, I'm fucking buzzing.
That's the other pull for the white man is there's a magnetism towards wanting to rap, and then there's also a magnetism towards parkour. The foibles of the white.
They're both the apple in the Garden of Eden of the white. It's parkour and rapping. These are the two just humiliating temptations you have as a white person.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
So tell me quick, do I have time for one last little thing?
What are we looking at?
What are we at? 57. Oh, 57.
I think we plug some stuff and then jump onto the Patreon.
Because I've got a couple more stories. I did one of my dumbest mistakes in a long, long time.
Into it. Big fan.
So stupid.
Big fan.
Gave birth to a calf on my farm.
Wow.
Gonna fucking talk about that.
Very exciting.
So these went
so
shopping
much
with
death and rebirth in your life this weekend.
I swear the symbol
Holy
is
cannoli.
one of the most symbolic weekends of my life that I've ever had. It was unbelievable. The universe was giving me signs up my ass, up my ass, up my balls and ass. Business is business.
It's good for business.
Okay,
very
lads,
good for business.
I have a special out on YouTube. Also, check my website, mikericeComedy.com, for tickets for my tour. I'm coming all over the UK. I presume my tour tickets are on sale now. So get fucking looking. I'm coming all over Glasgow, London, Manchester, Ireland, wherever. Go get them. And special on YouTube. Vito.
Lovely. If my visa comes in, which it has been sent off now, but good God, we're tight for time. Rage. I got offered to do a show at Nashville Comedy Festival, but I couldn't do it because my visa won't be in time.
What the hell?
I'm a bit fucking annoyed about that, actually, because Pete Weber lives in Nashville.
Shut the fuck up, brothers.
I'm upset about that. Yeah.
You could have went
I think I'm going to try and fly him to Chicago.
That would be sick.
That would be so fun.
Oh,
So
that would be
exciting.
so nice.
But US and Canada is what will be coming up when this comes out. Chicago, the 24th of April at the Den Theatre. Toronto, the 1st of May. That's nearly sold out now, so I don't know what the fucking crack will be there. Boston, 4th of May. Philadelphia, 7th of May. New York, 8th of May. New York, I've been told that if I actually do some promo rather than just fucking farting about, I'm doing a lot of farting about at the minute. I'm not posting a lot of content. It's not like me.
Yeah, but you're already. What does demand? Who has it all need?
I could have more.
You're already flying, brother.
So there's a half chance that there'll be an extra New York show if I get my act together and tell people about it. But 8th of May, New York. Anyway, come to all those. And then the Edinburgh Fringe is probably going to be on sale.
Oh, Edinburgh Fringe.
We're both at the Edinburgh Fringe, both the Monkey Bar. Get involved.
Get tickets.
You can do a double in the same day. You can see me then, Mike, and that's lovely stuff.
Nice.
Patreon.com/parenting.
Going to be a good Patreon this week.
There's a recurring theme on Richard Osman's podcast where he talks about their kind of Patreon equivalent, Insiders Club. Yeah. Where he says like, and listen, if you don't want to, you don't have to. Like it's absolutely fine. It's fucking not fine. All right.
Yeah.
Join.
Hey.
Join or I don't respect you.
We're not monetizing YouTube. We don't put ads on Spotify. Jump on the Patreon. We're good boys. And we'll tell you secrets about ourselves and others.
And get barred from various comedy clubs.
And various comedy venues because of what we say. That's not nice about people. Okay?
Bye.
Bye. Business is business.